our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade.
Welcome back to the Social Beaches. I'm Kelly Bowling.
And I'm Carolyn Smith.
We're with the Coastal Estate team, and we sell real estate in Brevard County, the Space Coast, and also into Sebastian and Vero Beach down in the Treasure Coast. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking to buy or sell, give us a call, 321-422-2160, or you can email us at hello@coastalestateteam.com. And today we're going to talk about back to school.
Back to school.
So we're filming this in July. It's like a month away.
Yes.
But by the time you see this, it will be in full swing. And one of the best things here in Florida about back to school is we get a tax holiday. And I know a lot of states do this.
Yes,
on
it's a huge
back
thing.
to school items. So that's like clothing, shoes, personal computers, things like that. So it can be a good opportunity to save that. Well, here we're paying, 7%
yes.
in sales tax? So
yes.
That's a pretty decent discount.
Yeah, so you're not paying sales tax on these things. It's definitely the time.
Yeah, and it starts July 24th, and then it ends on August the 6th. So just before school actually starts up here in Brevard County, we start August the 10th. So
we start early.
Yeah, and if you don't have school-age kids, it doesn't matter. You can still buy yourself clothes.
Yes.
You can buy yourself computers. If you have older age kids that are maybe in college, it works for their stuff too that they might need for their, for their dorm room or their studies or what have you. School supplies are all covered.
Sales are really, you can still get something on sale and then not pay sales tax.
Because the retailers, they'll also have sales going on for back to school.
Back to school.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to save some money.
Yeah.
And I noticed that also some things that were on the list that are covered, like baby care supplies, those are on like a permanent tax holiday, but they also sometimes fall in here.
Oh, I didn't know that. See?
Yeah. For the time being, I think that's something that the governor, we will not mention his name, put into effect.
Saying he's a little polarizing.
Yes. But so like, it's interesting to me. There's some things in here that are included in the back to school sale. Fishing vests, as long as they don't inflate. So that's interesting.
Are we learning to fish at school?
You cannot get like the shoes because there's things that are excluded. Where did I see it? It's like the little fishing boots, like waders. Those are excluded. So you can get a vest, but not the waders. Tax free. So
fishing vests.
No roller blades or roller skates.
Fishing vests are kind of, I don't know.
Things like, your scout uniforms, graduation caps and gowns, but are they selling them this time of year?
No, they don't even sell them. You can't even get them yet.
I would be demanding that if I could
save. And there are
save.
Price ranges. Like we were just talking about computers. I think it's $1,500.
$1,500 max.
$1,500. So you can't go out and buy a $2,500 computer.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the
same thing for the clothes. You can't go out and buy your kid a pair of Jordans for $150 because it has to be $100 or less. So be mindful of that. When you're shopping for them.
Right now, I think
yourself.
for all of us, or yourself. Well, I need a new little computer.
I need purses.
So. Yeah.
Up to $100.
I need some clothes.
TJ Maxx, here I come.
I need to send my daughter out to buy all her college stuff. I'm like, would you please buy are backpacks on here? Can you do backpacks?
Yes, backpacks count and any book bags. Yeah, bathing suits even. You're in Florida. You can get boots, but not ski or fishing boots. So.
I've been doing, I think I've talked about this before. I don't remember, but I've been doing, so she's going off to college. And so our entire storage room plus our dining room is the staging area for all the stuff. But there's a lot of stuff she still needs. And I'm like, I need to wait for this, but it makes me nervous to wait because then what if I don't find what I want? But for things that are, clothes or whatever, that honestly, that's the smartest thing. If you can wait, unless you find some great deal on a computer, if you can wait, think about that 7% on $1,500.
Today's Prime Day. So
yes, today and tomorrow.
Yeah. It'll already have passed by the time you see this, but so maybe you have to do the comparison. Like
I am getting her a little microwave.
Yeah.
A little microwave.
Well, that was more than a 7% discount.
Yes,
so
that was a
not
good
that
discount.
You could have gotten a microwave, but.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say, so she has 3 roommates, so there's 4 of them. They each get their own little bedroom. It's in a suite or whatever.
Right.
And her dorm has the kitchen. So I said, y'all need to do a sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
Y'all need to do who's bringing what.
Nobody's bringing anything, are they?
Carolyn, like Summer, so my daughter's name's Summer. Everything on there says Summer. The one other person has one thing. And nobody has anything. I'm like, well, are they waiting? Are they waiting for the sales tax?
They're probably not planning to use the kitchen other than to like put food leftovers into the fridge, maybe, you know?
I'm like, plates, pots and pans, silverware, glassware,
we're eating at the
everything.
dining hall. We're getting Chipotle. We're doing McDonald's. Like
I'm like,
they're
the
planning for
sofa
that.
cover, because, you know, I don't know,
Yeah.
the sofa's been in there a while. But just all the things. I'm like, okay, we're not doing a TV. She doesn't watch TV anyway.
No, most kids don't.
They're YouTubing on their
devices.
Their
I'll
devices.
catch Jacob in his room with his phone screen watching instructional videos on YouTube for different things like boat
On his
repair
phone?
on his phone. And I'm like, you're going to have terrible eyesight.
Yeah.
You got to get a bigger screen. He has a computer
He
screen.
needs an iPad, and they probably are
Oh,
on
yes.
sale as well,
They
or at
are.
least you can get them.
Get the sales tax holiday. Yeah.
It's too bad Prime has passed because I think they're doing all the Apple stuff. Is on.
I saw that. Like, yeah, mini iPads and,
Yes.
and AirPods, second
Yes.
generation, they were a good sale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the back to school comes with a little bit about like school zones. You know,
Yes.
that's something that we hear from buyers a lot is I want to be in X school zone.
Right.
You know, I want my kids to go to this elementary school, but, you know, they're almost done with elementary. So we got to make sure that they're going to be in this middle school zone, which can get a little tricky with the zoning.
Mm-hmm.
And we recently just had new zones drawn for the new
I didn't know that.
Vieira Middle School that's
Oh.
going to be built. So they don't take effect this year, but I think the following
Did
year.
they start building that school yet? No. They did start building
Yeah,
it?
they broke ground. So
Oh.
it's coming. I think next school year it'll be done.
Okay.
Start. So
They're in desperate need of that, by the way.
they have been for
Yeah.
years. I mean, at least 10 years. I feel like they've needed
It was supposed to be built, and then we had the downturn and everything, and they put the whole thing on hold for a while.
Right.
And now the area has grown so much, and they've opened all these elementary schools,
Right.
which is great.
Yeah, yeah.
But the kids are either having to go to Rockledge or Satellite Beach.
Or they're at some charter school
Right.
like Vieira Charter, you know.
Right.
Yeah, they've definitely have needed it for some time.
Yeah, so that's good. But it is true. If you are looking to buy a house, you may not care so much about school
Yeah, maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you're a young professional and you don't have any kids. You're not like even thinking about that part of your life. But at some point, you might think about that, or you might decide that you want to sell your house. So if you're purchasing because you like, you know, maybe it's just that you liked the house itself
Right.
and you're not really cognizant of the neighborhood and the surrounding amenities, but you go to sell your house. Well, I promise you, nobody has ever called us and said, I want to live in the worst rated school district for elementary school. I want to be in the one that's rated D. Nobody's ever done that.
No one does that. No.
Or people will call not understanding the schools and they'll want to know what's the best school district. So I always point them to the Department of Education's website
Yes.
because they'll have the school ratings on there. They're not out from last year yet. They won't actually be out until I think late July or early August because they started new testing rules this year like they did. They used to do
My
FSA.
kids, thank goodness.
Now they do FAST. So rather than having one standardized test at the end of the year, they get to take them 3 times a year. Super
And there's
fun.
another website, Great Schools. Great Schools, is it
.org.
.org?
Yep.
Greatschools.org. And that's nice because
People
it
can
has
leave
the test scores
reviews.
on there, but you can
Yeah.
also, people can leave reviews and you
Yeah.
can, I mean, definitely read them. Don't just like look at like how many reviews, read them because some people just didn't like a teacher or there was a problem specific to their child. So definitely
Right.
read the reviews. But that, I think that's super important. You do need to pay attention. When you get ready, I just want to say this because this is going on for me right now. It's very frustrating. When your child gets ready to go to college, send their transcripts like 27 times because I love UCF and my daughter's going to UCF, but we have sent her transcripts so many times and we're not the only ones because it's on all the parent pages.
my
They
goodness.
can't, they're like, oh, it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get their transcripts in from high school. 4 to 6 weeks. And you have to send them separately if they did dual enrollment. So you have to send those also from the college that they did the dual enrollment. And they have to be in by July 14th.
Okay.
4 to 6 weeks is really, really pushing it, but then they're not in. And we've sent them twice from both schools. So what are we doing this week?
Hand delivering them?
We will be picking up sealed transcripts and hand delivering them to admissions with all the other parents.
Are they going to give you like a paper receipt to say yes?
That's what we're going to demand that. Yeah, they're like, oh, there's a drop box.
No.
There's a drop box
No,
outside
thanks.
the admissions office just for transcripts. Yeah, no, I'll sign my name and wait the 15, 20, 30 minutes to hand it over to you to get the signed. I turn in, yeah. Because I'm like, what happens if you don't have it by July 14th? Do they kick you out of your fall classes?
Right.
Do they drop you from your classes? That's Friday. And by the way, this is already going to be passed, but Eastern Florida, so kids who did dual enrollment, Eastern Florida isn't open on Friday. So if you need to pick up your transcripts, you got to pick them up before Friday.
So plan ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting.
All these things you have to worry about.
The public schools here, they started a new and re-enrollment process that is fully online. So you used to have to go to, fill out a paper packet. They would give them to you at the end of the school year. You'd fill out all these forms in this big manila envelope and you would turn it in. And this year they're like, we're going to do it fully online in the Focus app. And here's instructions on how to get to it. Well, I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy.
Yes,
I mean, I do have an IT degree. So I feel like I'm pretty capable. But I was able to get in the first time. And then they have it through some Microsoft online sign-in situation.
Oh, goodness.
And, that's how the kids get into their Focus stuff so they can get in their back end at school. And so I have all these logins saved. And I'm like, which one is it? You can't do it from the app on your phone because you need to be able to see the forms and upload documents. So it won't let me do that from my phone. And I have such a hard time getting back into it because I got an email yesterday that said, oh, your re-enrollment's not complete. And I'm like, I know full well I did it for both kids.
Right.
And they're wanting me to come to sub-media night on Wednesday night at the middle school. I'm like, definitely not doing that.
No.
Not happening because I know I did this. So I went in and I looked and I'm like, okay, well, it says complete. It says it was approved. There's nothing pending or denied. I'm confused. So I emailed the link that they sent in the email and it just kept bouncing back. And I'm like, what the heck? So I called the number, I left a voicemail. And this morning I got an email that said that was sent in error. And actually the correct email address is this. So they had sent the wrong email address.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no wonder it wouldn't accept it. But
yeah.
Anyhow, so if you're doing the re-enrollment, God be with you. It might be easier just to go to the school if it's not able to be figured out. But what do parents do that don't have the ability to log in and do that?
I don't know. And not everybody is tech savvy either. So I think it's difficult. And when they get to college, it's really difficult because they're adults now.
And they have to do it themselves.
They have to do it themselves. Yeah. Well, my daughter has a full-time job during the day and she is super responsible. And she's like, I only get 30-minute break. I have to eat lunch and do all this. And I also am on hold for over 15 minutes with admissions. And now it's going to be longer because everybody's in crisis about this date, right? So she's like, I can't even call. I don't even know if they'll talk to me about her. And I'm like, they make it so hard. And you can fill out this form that supposedly allows you to talk to the school about certain things. It's only good for 90 days. I mean, look, if my kid is okay with me talking to the school or looking at her grades, which, by the way, you're not allowed to do that either.
Right.
But if she's okay with that, she should be able to sign a one-time thing like, hey.
Yes. Until she revokes it in writing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's this thing that I found online called Mama Bear Legal Forms. And they have
doing that.
Yes. They have the whole packet. And it's like a healthcare representative for your kid.
Yes.
When something happens, Carissa, and you need to get information from medical professionals, they can't legally tell you anything if your kid's over 18.
Yes.
And they are still babies.
Yes.
When they are 18,
Well, and they don't know what to ask, or they'll be on hold for 20, 25 minutes. They'll finally speak to someone. They'll hang up and they didn't ask all the questions.
Are you kidding? The kids are still saying, can you call and make an appointment for me to get my hair done? So are they going to? No. We're doing that for them still. It does happen. Eventually, they are able to do that for themselves. Chris has gotten really good at it, but she's 23.
And I get that they're just saying, don't be a helicopter parent. Right. Don't be doing all the things. I have no desire to be a helicopter parent. No. But if I have the ability to sit and work and just leave the phone on hold until I can talk to someone at admissions, and she cannot do that.
Right.
She doesn't have.
She would literally have to take a day off of work or a morning or an afternoon off of work to deal with it.
She would. Yeah. She would. She would have to take the time off work. And I don't even know, can we pick up her transcripts? Will they release them to us? I know that we can drop them off because other parents have said that they've dropped them off. But how do you get them?
Yeah.
How do I get her transcripts? She's 18. Will they give them to me? I don't know.
Great question.
This is a fun stuff.
So much fun being a parent. They said it would get easier when they get older. That's a lie.
It's all a lie. It never gets easier. It never gets easier. But take advantage of every break that you can, especially now with inflation and everything else.
Yes.
Things like Prime Day, look for sales. Oh, and the other cool thing about Prime Day, which has nothing to do with this, and Prime Day will have passed, but just good knowledge for future is I had finally read that all the stores because it's Prime Day and they don't want everyone to be shopping at Amazon. So Costco and Best Buy and all the
I've gotten
stores.
so many emails from different retailers talking about it's our Prime event. And
Target.
Click on it. Like Scout Bag sent me one, and they're like something about Prime this, and it didn't go to the Amazon website. It went to their website, and they're having great deals on some of their prints. So
they offer all kinds of, and it may be at the last second, but you go on there and they're offering all kinds of, and it may be on different things than are available through Prime.
Right.
But last year on Prime Days, that's when I bought my TV. I got a huge discount, and I got it from Costco. Oh. And I had read, hey, wait, and it'll probably go on sale, and you can get it. And
yeah, I wish I had done that. We had to recently buy a new TV.
Well, you didn't.
Couldn't wait. Yeah.
And plus, you didn't have a TV because somebody was doing, one of the kids was doing what, virtual?
One of my children's friends was playing virtual reality in our living room, and it was his first time, and he was standing a little too close to the TV, and he whack. And then those two little buggers sent the little one to come tell mom and dad what happened. They sent her into the flames. They were like, we're going to throw you under the bus. You go tell them what happened.
He busted the TV playing virtual reality.
Yeah, she comes and tells me, and I'm like, I feel bad because, like, he didn't mean to do it. It was an accident, you know? And I was like, it's okay. You know, we're not angry. It's an accident.
We're not angry. We're just thinking about how much this is going to cost to replace.
Yeah.
We really didn't need a new TV, but we're getting one.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it for today.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So
see you next time.
See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sunny days, no clouds in the sky.